Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Hope you're all having a good day. It's beautiful outside. I was out there a little bit this morning with the pups. Come on, pull up. There we are. Hey, Tina. So, thanks for sprinkling, Tina. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. Just went right on past it. All right. You're going to be a pain, aren't you? Yep. Let's go back out and try her again. Sometimes it'll just pull it right up with comments and everything, and other times it doesn't want to pull it up. I don't get it. Do the same thing every day. Hey, Judy. Technology is a pain in the butt sometimes, just saying. So, how's your day been so far, Judy? Yay, it's there. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so what we're going to do today, and I can't remember, I have two of these surfaces. I do not remember where I got them from because they came in a little bubble wrap bag. It does have the little hooks on the back, so you can do it either this way or this way, and today we're going to do it this way. I kind of pre-painted it a little bit, but we still got more painting to do, and I started off with the medium gray by Folk Art. We are going to add this essential stencil on there. I thought it was pretty cute. So I want to get, let's see, we want a little bit of orange. So I'm going to put it on my palette. I want a little bit of black. It's been a great day. I have mine like button back. I don't know what you mean, Tina. Get a little bit of black because we're going to mix some in on our colors here. Shouldn't need too much. And we want a little bit of purple. And hopefully I do not stick my arm in it. And this is Magnolias. I believe it's Pansy. Yes. But it's been sitting there for a little bit, so I have to add some water to get it a little more creamy again. And if you all do have these, it's not just like tap water. I use the distilled water because it's supposed to help it mix and not cause like mold and all that. So if you do it, do distilled water. Hi, Joanne. How are you? I want to get it a little more creamier consistency, so I'm probably going to be adding a little more water to it. It's still a little thick for my liking. How has your day been today, Joanne, so far? I know at this time the day's more than half over, but all right, we're going to go with this because we're going to be adding it in. And this is probably going to be more than enough that we need anyway. I just got some on my finger. Hi, Missy. Thanks for throwing snowballs. I appreciate it. Okay, so we are going to take my matte gray, medium gray here. I'm going to just put it in here because we're going to be painting the middle part. And then we're going to be adding some color to it to kind of give it an effect of, and I'll show you on the rub-on. If you look at the rub-on both sides and that, and even down here, you can see there's some little bit of faint white, gray, orange, light little bits of purple and black in there, and that's what I want to do this in. And then I'm going to put the rub-on on, and then we'll just fill in and do what we need to do at the bottom. Make sense? I hope. Hey, Lisa. Hi, Maddie. How are your all's days been so far? Been asking everybody. I'm hoping everybody's been having a good day. So we're going to start, and I like to get it not super wet with paint, not or super heavy, I mean, but I do get it in here. And then I like to start mixing, and I hope I'm not yelling, because sometimes I feel like I'm yelling at you, and I don't want to. I like to do it when it's still wet. So that's why I don't usually keep going and going with some of the colors. And I don't mind some areas being a little darker, some areas being a little lighter, and we may be adding more gray into here. And I'm okay with like swirling it and mixing it all in. Probably should have had it a little thicker on this end. And some of it's going to be covered by our stencil anyway. But to get some of that effect, I want to try to blend it all in here so the sky that's around it and behind it has some of the same colors as on the stencil. So I'm really going to kind of pay attention more to the sides than in the middle where the stencil was until we get near to the bottom. Hi, Levon. Hi, Vicky. How's everybody's day? But I like the purple that's in some of it because it kind of gives a little something something to it. Of course, I am a purple girl, as y'all know. I do think we need a little more orange in here. And then we're going to add a little bit, which I didn't put on my palette board yet, a little bit of white. And the white I'm not going to mix with this brush. If you get what I'm tossing at you. All right, we're going to put this over here for a minute. I almost thought about putting a little bit of the pearlized in here instead of just the regular white. I don't know. Can't decide, but I think I'm going to go with the white. Hi, Sherry. How are you? I promise I'll listen to you today. I was actually listening yesterday. I just had my focus on something, so I was like, okay, I'll get there. I promise. May have to add in a little more orange because it's getting lost. Hi, Cindy. How are you? How are you and Scott doing today? Hope you're all having a lovely day. Now for me, I still want a little more orange in here. So I'm just going to lightly to me, when you have putting a haunted house on, the sky should be kind of eerie and creepy looking, if that makes sense to y'all. And of course, I have to add a little more purple into here because that's just the way it needs to be. Just saying. And I'm not doing the center part in case you're all wondering because it's going to get covered anyway. I may have gotten a tad bit too much purple there, but we can fix that. So right now, that's how it's looking. Yeah, I don't have a red glow to it yet, but we can add a little bit of red in here if we want to, because I did think about that also. And like I was telling everybody, I am probably going to add a little heavier on the black in that down at the bottom. And we may have to come back in. Whoops, got it on my little balls, and I didn't want it on there, so we'll have to fix that. I don't know if I can wipe it off. Pretty dang good, because this is going to be the ground. I had to stop and make sure because we have, and I will blend this in a little better, we have the hooks on the back of these. So I'm going a little heavier with the black on here, and I'm going to go ahead and lightly cover all this because I'm not, without pulling it back up here, I'm not exactly sure where the stencil's going to end and not end. So I'm guessing. Let's bring a little bit of the orange down into here. It kind of softens our black a little bit because I kind of want it to blend gradually in here. Painting my little balls. Hi, Linda. How are you? Yep, that's right. Okay, Levon, get it. I know just before I hopped on, I was checking because I came to find out that it seems like every other day almost, if I'm lucky, every 3 days, our good old Facebook has upgrades all the time. And it's like, good gravy, especially on my tablet. I don't know if you all have some of that same issue, but it's like, how many upgrades in that do we need to have? And as you can see, I'm not changing out my brush because we are just kind of adding it all into here. So you think I should add a little bit of red in here too? Up in the sky area. I need to see this because I may need to bring that over a little bit more. Maybe. We can add a little bit of red in here too. I'm quite okay with that. I'm not feeling best, so I don't know how long. Oh, I'm sorry, Devonna. I hope you start feeling better. Right? They do. They have too many upgrades. It's like there's a point that it comes to if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And how many upgrades do we need? We might put a little tad of red in here. See if I can get just a little something in here. Just some little itty bitty streaks. Oh yeah. I think I'm liking the little bit of red. Can y'all see the little bit of red over there? I think I like the little itty bit of red. It gives it a little more dramatic effect. Except this side, I think I did a little bit too heavy. So we may have to come back. And tone that down a little. And can't forget the purple. The purple just helps kick it off, in my opinion. Okay. I think this may be good, y'all. Snowballs are flying. You might need to duck. Ooh, thank you. I ducked. I appreciate it, y'all. Okay, let's give her a dry. My son was just telling me that his kids have fall break. I think it starts like the 10th of October, and I'm like, man, I don't remember all these breaks when we were kids. We got one around Thanksgiving, and then a short one, and then one around Christmas. It just seems like there's all these breaks. Okay. Oh, you're good. Life happens, Maddie. So now we're going to peel this off. Whoop, whoop. And I'm going to get this. Okay, so you didn't see it. This is what we're putting on here from our Essential Stencil. I want to make sure I get everything on here, but I'm trying to make sure it's straight. And if it ain't, it works with the Halloween vibe. Something a little crooked. So who's all going to be on tonight? If you're going to be on tonight, go ahead and post and let everybody know. Also, if there's anybody on here that you're not following, please give them a follow. It helps everybody when you follow them. We all understand it's hard to watch everybody, but if you can follow and watch us sometimes or replays, we appreciate it. C3 Cottage, Cindy is going to be on at 8 p.m. So go over and watch Cindy. She's a hoot. And I don't mean she goes, hoo hoo. She's funny. All right, let's see. And you do want to pull this up very carefully because if you have not done them, you can pull them up slowly, and if it's not sticking or a part of it's not sticking, you can put it back down, and it can be stuck. You can re-stick it or stick it. Like right over here is not sticking. I was wondering about this side because, all right, this one's being a little tough because it's not laying mesh, so I was hoping it would stick without any extra work, but it is not. I know I think Vicky's on here. If y'all aren't following, yes, Vicky's on here. If you're not following Vicky's Country Crafts, please follow her. I know she has her 100 that she's supposed to get before 60 days is up. And she does have that, but she can't go live until her 60 days is over. So one little piece here does not want to stay down. I don't know how many have seen Lois on Wild Child Mercantile, but she was doing what she calls like a new bow. So I tried it today, and I kind of liked it. Dagnammit, why don't y'all tell me I was sticking my arm in the paint? Good Lord. Messy Bessie. This one piece right here does not want to totally lay down. Not a big deal, but I do want it down. Oh, come on. Y'all, if you've been on here with me for a while, you probably saw the one time when I was doing this, and no matter what I did, the little booger did not want to stay down for whatever reason. Luckily, I had an extra, so we put it down, and then we took the other one that was the extra piece of the same print and just matched it up to it. And it worked, so I was impressed. I thought, okay. All right, now the one side's going down and the other side's making me work. Yes, the school year does. Hi, Becky, how are you? I have no idea. I was wondering the same thing, Sherry. Why 60 days? I don't get it. They say something about making sure you're not a bot, but who knows? You know, I'm not opposed. I would not be opposed to kids going year round, truthfully, because I think some of them get out of school and then they have way too much time on their hands. And you wind up having these issues with these kids that are running the roads. All right, now this side, this good old tree. Come on, tree. How many on here have done the Essential Stencils rub-ons? They're really not bad. It's just sometimes some of them are a little tougher than others. Hey, Karen, how are you? Glad you're doing all right, Becky. I think sometimes I just go too fast. I don't know. We're getting about halfway down. This tree on both sides is not wanting to stay down. I can remember one time when James was doing one for those that watch him, and it wasn't working either, and he got frustrated and kind of tossed it. I felt that. I felt that frustration. Hopefully, it doesn't be a little booger this time, but the tree is not wanting to stay. Not usually. It I've only found like with the one truck I had, and for some reason these little tiny branches don't want to stay on here, and I don't know why. And it's not for lack of rubbing, because I am rubbing, and if y'all only, my hand hurts. I'm trying to rub so hard to get it to stay down. The edge on this and the little trees. And I don't know if it's this tool, but I don't see my other tool. But the tree, I really want it down because it's part of the scary scene. And this little stinker does not want to stay down there. But I was telling you about the bow that I saw Lois do. It's like a loop bow, but it's not a big, huge bow, if that makes sense. Well, I don't think this tree is going to totally stay down. It is not wanting to. And I don't want to keep rubbing and then have a bigger mess. So we'll go with what we have. I'm going to try to get at least some of it on here. Kind of like a whole big branch did not stick. Little brat, little brat. Good news. Face doctor said I'm good. MRI in 3 to 4 months and possible visit in 4 to 5 months, depending on the results. That is awesome, Karen. So, so happy. Good news. Right? I try not to do that, though, Joanne. So there's been times, I'm sure with all of us, we've all wanted to just take something and kind of, all right, that's it. I'm throwing it. I'm done. But I try not to. I try to figure out how to get it to stay. But I am disappointed that the branch did not want to stay all the way down. A couple of them. I have found that when you're pulling it this way, that sometimes you can take your little tool and go like this, and it also will catch it and help pull it down. But it did not with the branches. it said not happening, no way, no how. And you can see we're almost done. Hi, Shyla, how are you? I do have to say, doing these, patience is a virtue. But it does not always happen where you get a troubled one. I've had so many that I've done before, previously throughout the year, and they just pop right on. Why some of them give you grief, I have no idea. All right, Mr. Ghost, we're almost to the end here, so you better come off. They are fun. I do like them. Yay! Now I'm just patting it to make sure. And I have a spot to fix. I don't know if you can see that tiny little bit of branches right there would not come off, and I did not want to keep going over it and over it because it was starting to pull up some of my paint and that too. So now I have to do a little slight touch up here. But there's that. I think it's kind of cool. And I don't know if I even want to mess with the bottom part. We might need a little bit of gray down there. Oh, I got gray over here. Just to blend in a little bit. Or more. Because I can see some of the wood. So we're going to add some gray in here. And then we may add a little more black in here. But I want to show you all, once we get done with this, how she was doing her bow that I thought was kind of cool. It gives you another option anyway. Let's do a little quick dry kind of a distance away because I don't want to melt anything. Now test next week for my eye, then week after new eye specialist to get results. Hopefully some good news. Yes, hopefully really good news. I think they changed the formula for the back of those. I used to do with, I know, me too, when I first started with them, Sherry. Thanks. I was hoping the sky would look okay. Trying to get this dried on the bottom, but I don't want to get too close to. I think it can finish drying. So this is what we have so far. Now I'm going to take this brush and get my other paints out of the way because I want to use, because I think it'll give it a little something something, the dragonfly glaze on our balls or beads or whatever you want to call them. Okay, Shyla, no problem. And I am using the one with the blue and the green and the gold shift in it. So it should look like that. Or if y'all think we can go back to the other fave, I know it's here too. It has the purple and green and like gold in it. So do we want to do the one with the purple in it or the one without the purple in it? The purple would probably pull from there. I think we'll do the one with the purple. Sorry. I asked and then I went and decided to do what I wanted to do. Oops. And you just kind of brush it all on here. And y'all, you should be happy. I remembered to put my apron on. I always forget. And I thought, today I'm wearing a pretty nice t-shirt. It does say, y'all didn't get to see it, but it has a Highland cow on it, and it says, "Suck it up, Buttercup." And I thought, I don't want to get that messy. So just kind of brush it over whatever you're going to put it on. And I'm not going too heavy, but I am getting some of the spots where I can see where it's kind of thick. Hi, Pam. How are you? If I'm missing anybody, I don't mean to. And hello and welcome on in. Yeah, after I was looking at it, I thought, okay, the one didn't have the purple in it. No, we want the one with the purple in it to kind of bring out the purple and some of the other colors on here. So when you move around it, you'll get to see it. I really like this. I know you all have seen me use it before. If you have not gotten the Dragonfly Color Shift, it is at Hobbies in the paint area. And if you don't like one coat, you can put more than one coat on here to really bring it out. Purple, of course, that's right. So I was going to add like a 3D pumpkin, but then I realized the mold that I have, one, I didn't pour it fast enough, so it's not even firmed up yet, and two, it would be way too big to fit on here, and we might have to do another coat, because I'm not really picking up. Can y'all see it? I'm not really picking it up on my end. Barely. Hey, Kim. Welcome on in. So we'll give it another little coat and see if it can bring it up a little bit better. Y'all have seen it when I did my witch's shoe boot. It really, I thought it really enhanced it. So because it is not picking it up, we are doing the second coat on here. And I'm doing it slightly heavier. Let's get half of it done. They do have them, for those that don't know, they do have them in a couple different, I call it like an iridescent effect. They do have them in a couple different colors. And I'm thinking doing it, this second coat is going to bring it out a little bit better. I've never tried it on the gray before, but I know on the black it really pops it and brings it out. So I don't know if I just didn't put it on thick enough. Or if it's because it was the gray. You know, sometimes different colors do different things. But we'll see. You've never tried it? It's really nice, and I don't have my... Oh, yes, I do. I'll show it to you. I thought, because I was moving some things around, I thought maybe I moved my witch's boot, but it is back behind me. So I will show you that in a second. I would like to get this kind of dry, because if we decide we want to put this bow on, I don't want the area to be too wet. All right, let's see if y'all can see it on here. I don't know if y'all can see it. Can y'all see it? I'm trying to tilt it so you can see. I like it better. I'll tell you already, I like it better on the black. I think it pops more on the black. So I may wind up painting that black and then redoing it. But this is the same stuff that I'm using now. This was on a black boot. See how it pops so nicely on the black? So I think what I'm gonna do is probably paint this black and redo it. Okay, Becky, have a good rest of the day at work. You can see it. I feel like it's not popping as well on the gray, but I can't see it when I hold it up over there, I'll be honest. So, opinion, should I paint these black and then do it, or should I leave it the way it is? Or I could paint every other one black and then do it. Yeah, see, I don't either. Let's try. Let's do an experiment, because it pops so well on the black. I don't know why it's not popping. Let's do one down, do a couple down here, and then paint them. And heck, I'm okay if a little bit of the gray shows through on the beads, balls, whatever you want to call them. But we're going to paint a couple, and we're going to see. And they don't have to be perfect. But I'm kind of thinking maybe the black might look better on here anyway. What do y'all think? Now for the test. I shook it up. I'm not even seeing it really that well on this one for some reason. What the heck? All right. Now I'm getting frustrated. Let's really shake it up. I think the darker gray would show sheen better. Well, the gray is not showing anything. And for some reason, I don't know why this doesn't seem to be popping like I like it to. This is the last time, and then we're moving on, and I'll mess with it later and see if I can get it to do what it's supposed to, dang it. It's supposed to look like the boot. It does make them shiny. Shiny, shiny, shiny. I wonder if I got a fuddy-duddy bottle, because this is a different bottle. I just opened it. Yeah, it's not. Do you see it even on the black? I don't think I even have my old bottle here anymore because I've got a new bottle out and it is just not doing what it's supposed to. No, because you could take just a little dab on something and it really pops. This is the different one. I'm frustrated because it's really cool. I don't know why that one's not working. Heck, I can see it coming out of this bottle better than I could out of that one. Now it's a different color. Oh yes, this one is working. I guess that might have been a fuddy duddy. I don't know. You guys should see this one because I can see it. I shook that one up. I guess this is a fuddy duddy bottle because there ain't no shine coming out of that one. But look, this isn't even dry, and I know you can see it because I can see it. I was like, what the heck? Okay, folk art, make me look silly. Yes, it is. It's the same thing. These are both the same bottles, but this is a different color. And this you just saw me open. It's a brand new one. This one I used on the boot. Same thing. I don't even see, I wonder if they forgot to mix anything in here because I don't know if you all can see. I don't see any glimmer or shine in that one at all. So I think I got a fuddy-duddy bottle. So now the question is, since you can see it on the black, or do we want it black or do we want it gray? And this is what I'm going to do because we haven't seen it on the gray. I'm going to do it right next to the gray. And see, I can see it perfectly now. Man, see, I guess sometimes before you go live, you need to check your things and make sure that it's actually working. Who knew? Or I could do every so many black and gray. If I had the receipt, I would take it back. See it now? I know, right, Sherry? That really bites. Maybe I'll put a little black here and then just leave the rest gray. How does that sound? Do 4 over here. Gives it a little something something, but then I'm not painting everything because I like both of them now that it's working. Little stinker. Shame for shame. Help if I dry them, right? Now I have to go out and get me a new bottle of the one with the purple in it. Well, so much for using the purple on here. See, and as can you all see it as I'm painting it on here? Because I couldn't see it when I was painting it from that other bottle at all. And I thought, well, maybe I didn't mix it up well, so that's why I was shaking it. But heck, this comes on. See how easy that comes on? I think they just poured paint in there and fooled me. That's all right. It happens. No major harm or foul. So, if you get it, it should be showing you in the inside that there is some like glitter effect to it. I wish I could show you the bottle real well, but I don't think you can see down in there. Let me see. Here. I don't care that a bunch came out of there because it made me mad. Look, can you see the difference? You can see the glitter in there, and you cannot see anything in that one. So I think they forgot to put something in it. So this one is now trash, unless I come up with another idea for using it. But that one bites. I could try that. That's what I thought about, putting glitter in it. I could see content on the beads. Yes, I couldn't see any shit. Yeah, not at all. And now look at that. What the hey hey. So now I have to go get me the purple one. But you know what? I'm not hating the little bit of black here and a little bit of black there. Not hating it at all. And I do think doing the little dragonfly glaze has brought out some more to it. All right, that might be good enough for now because I want to show you two things before we add, if we add a bow to it. Okay, so let me move that more out of the way. And I'm going to put that off on here because before I made my bow, I got some muslin and I took my coffee page. Just for those that don't know how to do this or have not tried it yet, get me a brush over here. Stay. And this is what I did. I took it and I did both sides of it and just went over here. And yes, this is kind of crunchy now because that's what I was doing it on. And I took the coffee page, which is Mod Podge and like your coffee grunge, added it into it. And then I took my little ground cinnamon here and I sprinkled it on here. And you don't have to do a lot. And because I didn't want to just pat it on here so it looks like there's spots on it, I just went this way and went over with some more of the coffee podge. And the coffee podge, because it has the Mod Podge in it, will get really stiff. And I think I have Andrea from the Cutest Little Thing. She's the one that I got the coffee podge and the Mod Podge, the coffee podge recipe from. And I think I posted it on there. If not, I will post it later. Hey, Ken. You do like that? After I did it, I was like, that's not too bad. So I agree with you, Sherry. I thought that looked pretty good. And then I just dry it. And then I flipped it over and did the same on the other side. And it doesn't take super long to dry, but because I want to show you a couple other things before we decide if we want to put a bow on here or not, it might not be super dry, if that makes any sense. I have to go, gotta take my dog to get his nails done. See you all later. Okay, Joanne, have fun with that. So then on both sides, and this side you can see, you can kind of form it a little, and it's a little more kind of like, when you would get those fruit roll-ups, it's kind of like that. That's what it reminds me of anyway. So now this is what I saw Lois do. We're just going to do a little small by my scissors because we do need a little bit of jute here. Because we're going to tie this. We probably won't use it, but just for demonstration purposes. She used her little bow dabra. I'm just going to wing it from here. And she takes her strip, however big or long you want it, folds it in half, and she went and laid them all in a row on top of each other. But when I did mine, I kind of laid them so they weren't all laying on top of each other, kind of like this. And I even took some of this and put it in here. And we'll even throw some of this in here just for a little demonstration purpose. And then all she did was take this and tie it, and you can trim your little ends, but you have a nice little loop bow here. And I'll show you what I mean, because this is what I did, just like that. And here's your little loop bow. So I was thinking, and y'all can tell me, do we want to add a little bow on here, or do we like it the way it is? Because I can trim the ends up, but I could put like a little bow down here, or we do have like a little purple rose we could put down at the bottom, which I'm not opposed to that. We could put like a little rose down here. And we have a little bit of creepy we could add in there. Or we have some purple. We have these little balls. Y'all tell me. I have this kind of purple where it's purple and black down here. What do you think? Talking about dog nails, too bad you don't live closer to us, Joanne. We would have did them for you. Because I groom my dogs, my border terriers, which is a lot of hand stripping. And Kenny used to groom Huskies and Aussies. And I'll be honest, I'll never groom a Husky ever again. Did that once was enough. Too much fur. Hi, Stephanie. So what do y'all think? What do we want to do here? Take that off. We could add this one. It's kind of big. We could trim it down. This is kind of big, but we could do that. We could add a couple little of these on here with some creepies. Or we can just take this bow and we could shorten it down some. Put that on here and maybe put a spider or something in here. Or we could just leave it the way it is. Options, y'all. What do you think? But the next time you get to try a bow, give this one a try. It was pretty cool. I thought it was easy and simple. The bow I don't hate. The flower I think might be too big. We could take, I do have a creepy spider. Could put a creepy spider just by itself on there. Or we could cut a little bit of our, I don't think I want to do that either. Do you want to just leave the spider on there? What do you think? Hi, Shelly. How are you? I know I gave you a ton of options. What do you think? I'm asking for some help. Help me, Rhonda. I don't know. Maybe just a simple spider and kind of have him hanging half off, half on. Oh, cool. I can never do it if I'm on my business page. It never lets me do emojis. Never has. Tina says just the spider. We can do that. But if y'all want to know how to make this bow, it's really simple. Just go back and watch the replay. It's real simple, real easy. I kind of agree with you, Tina. I think less is more today. And then if you don't have the recipe for the coffee grunge, let me know, because I did get it from Andrea, and I think she also has it on her page pinned. I don't know if I pinned it on mine. And then you can make your coffee pods too. But that's what I used for that part for those that are just hopping on. Stay Spada. So we did find out that the one Dragonfly mix that I use did not have any glitter in it at all, and it was getting a little frustrating because I thought this stuff has always worked. But we dumped it out, has none in it, and the other one did. So if you ever buy it, hold on to your receipt, because if it doesn't have it in there, take it back and say, hey, this isn't working. So what do y'all think? Ah, minus the spider falling off. Good gravy. And I used the good stuff. Now I'm not taking the dang cap off. What the heck? Let's try this again. Gotta run. It's dinner time. See y'all at 8. Thanks for hopping on, Cindy. Tell Scott we said hey. Thanks, Shelly. He's being a little difficult. He's not wanting to stay. So I'm going to hold him for a few more minutes. But that's what it's going to look like, and I will post it. But I think it was a good choice. Simple was better than adding the bow and all that on there. Stay, you little spider. But anyway, I will be on tomorrow. No, we have an appointment, but I should be back in time. So I will post like I always do to let y'all know. But in the meantime, I do appreciate each and every one of you that hop on and share your time with me. I love talking to y'all and sharing. Put some purple petals under spider so you can see the spider legs. Do we want to use? Okay, Sherry, I did. If you said it, I did not see it. We could use these, or wherever the other one of these went to. Which one do you prefer before I take off? Some of these bigger petals or some of the little ones? I don't think it really matters. Let me see. We're going to do this. I'm going to cut some just to get us a little few under there. That was a good idea, girl. Thanks. Didn't think about that. Glad I have you around, my friend. The bigger ones? Well, let's show you this one. I have this one like it's coming out of his booty. Or we can take these. And what I think I'm going to do. Good idea, good idea. We can do those. Or we can do like he's coming off. I'm trying to get him to kind of spread out a little bit. His little legs are getting in the way. I think I'm kind of like the thinner ones better, don't you? I think I like the thinner ones better than the bigger one. We're going to go with the thin ones. As now they're sticking to my finger because they have glue on them. Well, shoot be darned. That was a brilliant idea. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's why I love it when everybody is on, because you can bounce ideas off of each other. You get ideas that you may not have thought of. It's just fabulous. Now the spider kind of looks like he has a little tail, but what do you think? Yeah, I thought the rose petal just looked too big. Oop, he moved a little, but that's okay. I could actually let's take a little and add them up here too. Doesn't have to be, almost like he's stepping out of the flowers into the grounds of the haunted house. Great minds do think alike, Sherry. That's what I was thinking. Put some a little bit up on the front legs. Now I got another spider web there, but that's okay. We'll fix that. That was a awesome idea. Thank you again. We'll tweak this a little bit more, but this is going to give you the idea. And we could put a little bit on this side, maybe not as many. He's kind of taking it and dragging it with him. Do we want to put some on the other side? I think this might be enough, don't you? I'm holding him there because his leg keeps popping up still. There. I think if we put some on the other side, it's going to have to be almost under his body, kind of like that, because if we put them up any, it's going to take over our ghost and that. So just for all intents and purposes, we'll slash a few under there and you can see, well, we can see and decide if we like it or not before I glue any in there. Because we may not do that. I'll have to look and see as we go. See, I could do it like that. What do you think? Yay or nay to more under his body? Let me look. I think it's not bad under his body, but I think I need to add some more over here and push it more under his body too, kind of like layer it, don't you think? That's what I'm thinking. I think we can add some onto there. It just needs to be pushed under his body. And it doesn't matter if the glue runs on my table because I can get it off very easily. So for all intents and purposes, it's going to sit there for the moment. Did I tell you thank you, Sherry? This was an awesome idea. That stuck to my finger. All right. So there's that side, but I do think because there's a gap there, even though it might look like you pushed the feathers, the petals away, we need to put a little more under there. All right, Steph, thanks. I'm going to add a few more and then we're done. But I'm adding it to this side, so it almost looks like it's kind of layering. And it's only going to be a couple because that's all we need is a couple. Glad I got this little tool. It comes in handy a lot. Especially when you're working in a little bit of a tight quarters. I don't know if you could see, but I just burned myself, y'all. Get down there. Oh, you little booger. Feel like doctor now. Doctor, doctor. There. I think that's better because there's not that big gap there. I think it looks better. Okay, y'all. Thank you, Sherry. I think that helped it. It gave it the piece de resistance, or however you say it. So thank you again. It's always good to bounce ideas off and get ideas from other people. You learn something new every day. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all are the highlight of my day. You really are. You give me the smiley face. Anyway, love y'all. Thank you very much. I will be back on hopefully tomorrow. I will post. Have a good rest of the day. Don't forget to go watch Cindy at 8 p.m. today. She will be on tonight. Have a good one and love y'all. Bye. And if you didn't get to see how I did the bow, just go back and look through the replay. You can fast forward to get to that point. It's really simple. And I did get it from, again, Wild Child Mercantile Lois. Bye, all. Have a good one.